You are sitting in the expansive glass-walled conference room of your company. The air is thick, suffocating, and unnervingly cold. The HR director is slowly flipping through a stack of manila folders at the head of the table. The company has just announced an immediate 30% reduction in workforce due to a sudden economic downturn. Sitting directly next to you is Alex. Sweat is beading on his forehead. His breathing is shallow and rapid. His eyes dart around the room in absolute panic, staring at the fateful list of names on the table. And then, there is you. You quietly take a sip of water from your glass. Your heart rate is completely normal. Your hands aren't shaking. You aren't afraid. To understand why two people sitting side by side, holding the exact same job title and sharing the exact same age, have two violently opposing reactions to this moment, we have to rewind the clock. 15 years ago. You are 25 years old. It is the day you and Alex hold your very first real paycheck. $1,500. The feeling in that moment is intoxicating. For the first time in your life, you have generated real income. For the first time, you have the absolute power to decide how you are going to live. And that is also the exact day your two life trajectories permanently split. That same afternoon, Alex walks straight into a car dealership. He signs his name on a long-term financing agreement to drive away in a brand new gleaming sedan. He tells you he deserves to reward himself after years of struggling through college. He wants to look like he has finally made it. You look at your old beat-up car in the parking lot. You decide you are going to stick with it for a little while longer. Instead of walking into a dealership, you open your phone. You log into your banking app. You set up an automated transfer. Every single month, the exact moment your paycheck hits your account, 15% of it will automatically vanish into a broad market index fund. You are paying your future self before you ever get the chance to spend it on your present self. In the months that follow, you and Alex continue working together. You still grab beers on Friday nights. You still laugh at the same office jokes. From the outside, your lives look completely identical. Neither of you realizes that the gears of destiny have just begun to turn in opposite directions. The wealth gap doesn't form overnight. It doesn't happen with a lottery ticket or a massive inheritance. It is carved out, millimeter by millimeter, every single day, by decisions that seem entirely harmless in the moment. 3 years later, you are 28. Both you and Alex have worked relentlessly and earned your first major promotions. Your salaries jumped to $2,500. By age 30, you both hit $3,500 a month. It is a dream number for someone your age. But as income rises, a silent psychological phenomenon takes over. Lifestyle inflation. The moment the new salary is confirmed, Alex immediately moves into a luxury high-rise apartment downtown. He upgrades to the newest smartphone on a payment plan. He buys a heavy designer watch. Every single thing he wears, drives, and carries radiates the unmistakable scent of success. And what do? You do something that actively defies every single expectation society has set for you. You freeze your lifestyle. You stay in your older, smaller apartment. You keep driving the same car that is now starting to show its age. You don't use the extra $1,000 a month to upgrade your outward appearance. Instead, you shove every single extra dollar of your raise directly into your investment machine and your high-yield savings account. The contrast between the two of you becomes glaringly obvious in the company parking lot. Your aging car looks small, tired, and almost pathetic sitting next to Alex's freshly leased luxury SUV. Anyone walking past that parking lot would make a very confident assumption. They would assume Alex is brilliant, successful, and significantly wealthier than you. They would look at you and assume you are struggling just to keep your head above water. But that is the illusion of equality. What the outside world doesn't see is the cold, hard truth behind the monthly statements. Alex's impressive $3,500 salary doesn't actually belong to him anymore. It has been sliced into a dozen bleeding pieces. It belongs to the bank, the auto finance company, the luxury building management, and the credit card issuers. He has traded his future cash flow for the appearance of present success. Alex looks incredibly rich. But the sheer panic in his eyes whenever the payroll department is late by a single day tells a very different story. He is going broke in the most glamorous way possible, but your path is not easy, not even close. As you cross into your early 30s, you enter a psychological danger zone, the lonely middle. This is the quiet, brutal stretch of wealth building that no one ever warns you about. You open social media. You see Alex checking into five-star resorts in the Maldives. You see your peers constantly showing off new homes and new gadgets. Meanwhile, you have been silently, aggressively saving and investing for nearly a decade. You have said no to countless expensive dinners. You have skipped the lavish vacations. You have sacrificed heavily. But when you log into your brokerage account, the number on the screen doesn't seem to justify the massive sacrifices you've made. The curve of compound interest still looks frustratingly flat. The market has had its dips, and your portfolio has taken hits. There are nights when a heavy exhaustion invades your mind. You ask yourself what the hell you are doing. Why are you living like a broke college student when you have enough cash sitting in your account to walk out and buy the exact same luxury car Alex has in cash? You crave the validation. You want the respect. You want to pull the money out, buy the shiny things, and end this agonizing delayed gratification. That internal warfare is the hidden cost of quiet wealth. It demands a terrifying level of emotional endurance. But eventually you take a deep breath. You close your phone. You refuse to tamper with the machine. You decide to keep your eyes closed and stay the course. What you don't know is that the seeds you have been planting in the dark for a decade are about to break through the soil. Very soon, the brutal, beautiful mathematics of compound interest are going to show you their magic. You turn 35. It happens on a completely unremarkable Tuesday morning. You are sitting at your desk, sipping a mediocre cup of office coffee. You casually open your investment app to check your portfolio, just like you have done every month for the last 10 years. But this time, you freeze. You stare at the screen. The number staring back at you is $500,000, $500,000. But that is not the most shocking part. The shocking part is looking at the breakdown of your annual growth. For the first time in your life, the interest, dividends, and capital gains your money generated over the last 12 months are mathematically higher than the total amount of money you physically saved from your salary. The machine has officially awakened. Your money is now working harder than you are. You are literally making more money in your sleep than you do sitting in this office chair. It is no longer a linear climb. It is an avalanche. You look across the room at Alex. He is 35, just like you. His salary is now over $100,000 a year, but he looks exhausted. The dark circles under his eyes are heavier. That luxury SUV he bought years ago, the warranty expired and the maintenance costs are bleeding him dry. The rent on his high-rise apartment increases by 10% every single year. He has a massive credit card balance from his lavish vacations. Alex is wearing a $3,000 suit, but he is trapped in a prison of his own making. A beautiful, glamorous prison with marble floors and stainless steel appliances. He complains bitterly about the company, about the management, about the long hours. But you both know the dark truth. He can never quit. He cannot take a month off to breathe. The golden handcuffs are locked tight around his wrists. If the paycheck stopped for even 60 days, his entire identity, his entire lifestyle, will collapse like a house of cards. He is a high-income earner, but he is fundamentally, terrifyingly poor in the one currency that actually matters: freedom. Meanwhile, a profound psychological shift happens inside you. You still live in the same modest apartment. You still drive that old tired car. But walking into the office doesn't feel like a chore anymore. You aren't working because you have to. You are working because you choose to. You don't fear the boss. You don't stress over the minor office politics. The desperate need to prove your worth to other people has completely vanished. The $500,000 sitting quietly in your index funds acts as a thick, invisible shield between you and the harsh realities of the world. And you are going to need that shield, because 5 years later, the real test arrives. Which brings us back to this exact moment. You are 40 years old. The conference room. The suffocating air. The HR director holding the fateful list. The company is restructuring. 3% of the staff will be terminated by the end of the day. The economy has taken a sharp downturn and the company has to survive. Alex is sitting next to you, his face pale, his hands trembling. He is hyperventilating. He is mentally calculating how many weeks he has before the bank repossesses his car and evicts him from his luxury apartment. The facade has crumbled. The lifestyle inflation has finally cornered him. All the expensive watches, the tailored suits, the five-star dinners, none of it can save him now. When the tide goes out, you finally see who is swimming naked, and Alex is completely exposed. But you sit there, feeling the steady rhythm of your own heartbeat. You feel a strange, overwhelming sense of peace. You realize that all those years of driving a beat-up car, all those skipped vacations, all those moments of feeling left behind in your early 30s were not sacrifices at all. You were not depriving yourself. You were buying this exact moment. You were purchasing the right to be absolutely fearless in the face of disaster. The HR director calls your name. You stand up and walk into her glass office. She looks at you with a mixture of pity and professional detachment. She slides a manila envelope across the desk, a severance package. She starts to recite the standard corporate apology, explaining that it is nothing personal, just a business decision. But before she can finish her sentence, you do something she has never seen anyone do in her entire career. You smile. A genuine, warm smile. You gently push the severance envelope back across the desk. You look her dead in the eye and tell her that you are voluntarily stepping down. You tell her to take your name off the termination list and replace it with Alex's name. You tell her that Alex needs this job, this salary, and this health insurance far more than you ever will. You are giving up your seat on the lifeboat because you secretly built your own ship a long time ago. The HR director is speechless. She doesn't understand how a middle management employee can just walk away from a six-figure income without a second thought. She doesn't know about the automated transfers. She doesn't know about the lonely middle. She doesn't know about the invisible machine you built in the dark. You stand up, shake her hand, and walk out of the office for the last time. You don't pack up much, just a few personal items in a small cardboard box. You walk down the hallway, take the elevator to the ground floor, and step out into the bright afternoon sun. The air has never tasted sweeter. You walk across the parking lot and approach your old, faded car. It is parked right next to a row of brand new luxury sedans owned by your former coworkers. For 15 years, society told you that this car was a symbol of failure. But as you put the key in the ignition and hear the engine sputter to life, you know the absolute truth. This car is the ultimate symbol of wealth. Because true wealth isn't what you wear on your wrist or what you park in your driveway. True wealth is the invisible power to stand up, walk out of a room, and never have to worry about how you're going to survive tomorrow. True wealth is the absolute, unquestionable power of choice. And as you drive out of the parking lot, leaving the corporate building in your rearview mirror, you realize you have never been richer.